Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The Franchise Stars Baseball League has turned to September of year 4 of the FSBL, and we come to you live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, where the Pittsburgh Pirates open the day in a three-way tie for first in the division with the Brewers and the Cubs. But the Cardinals, left for dead for much of the season after just a horrendous start and unable to gain any ground, finally have done so. They've closed within 5 games of the division lead and a spot. They will look to finish the comeback, take another step forward here today as they send left-hander Howie Pollitt to the mound. Pollitt 9-14, a respectable 4.03 earned run average on the year. They will ask Pollitt to come through with a big start today. He will open up facing Jake Stenzel. Stenzel batting .256. Fastball from Pollitt is in for a called strike. You see the Cardinals 67-75, but the mediocrity of this National League Central and the National League as a whole outside of the Phillies and the Giants, I think you can throw the Braves into that as well. The Braves have had a very good year. They've just been kind of stuck trying to chase down a Phillies team that won't slow down. Fastball at the knees. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Pollitt gets Stenzel looking in a good start for Howie Pollitt. Pollitt has been here in St. Louis since the inception of the FSBL, and he has been called upon to make a few big starts for them over the years. Here's the rookie, Roberto Clemente. Clemente, after a slow start to his career in the FSBL, heated up. He was the Rookie of the Month in July, and he batted .387 for the month. Get that average up into the respectable range. He's selling in here at .272, 18 homers for Clemente. A line drive, gap-to-gap hitter, and a sensational right fielder. 44 doubles on the season for Clemente. Simmons sets up inside. Pollitt delivers. He misses up high, and the count goes to 2-1. Pollitt delivers. Clemente hits a high fly ball to left. Langford trips over. He's got plenty of room. Puts it away for out number 2. Your Pirates lineup: Stenzel, Clemente, and Elliott. Stargell, Clark, and Marte. Bell, Sanguian, and Bill Mazeroski round things out. Sanguian batting .290, riding an 18-game hitting streak into this one. Here's Bob Elliott. Elliott, the reigning National League batting champion. He has had a down year this year, but he lines this one into left for a base hit. Langford cuts it off nicely. Elliott will hold with a single. Elliott only batting .256.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
Line shots like that are what we saw Elliott spray all over the National League in year 3. Leaping effort there by Ken Boyer, but unable to come up with it. So that'll bring up Willie Stargell. Stargell batting .275. Fastball from Pollitt misses inside. 29 homers for Stargell, 74 runs batted in. Pollitt checks the runner, delivers. High breaking ball. Stargell skies this one out to center. Edmonds is there, puts it away, and the side is retired. So Pollitt works around the 2-out single from Elliott, sets the Pirates down. We'll head to the bottom of the first, and the Cardinals will face this man, Deacon Phillip. 11-7, a 2.81 earned run average. Phillip has been very good this year. 1.1 whip. He does not walk many. Makes you earn it against him. He's going to have to come through here with a big start for the Pirates. Ray Langford, terrific season for Langford. .302, 22 homers, 71 runs batted in. Langford has pulverized right-handed pitching. Fastball misses up high. Game revealing a little bit. One of the things that happens is So you'll see on the scoreboard scroll is a really cool thing that the game does. You go and you sim the games that you're not going to play that week ahead of time. But then it has them, it presents them along that crawl time-wise, like they're happening at the same time that the games are going on. Like if the day game, the other day games will kind of be playing out as Langford grounds out the first. I'll get back to that in a moment. The Cardinals lineup: Langford, Hornsby, and Harper, Mize, Edmonds, and Boyer, Hafey, Simmons, and Ozzie Smith. The number 6 offense in the National League. That's below where the Cardinals have traditionally been. That's been part of their problem here in year 2. A big part of that has been this man, Rogers Hornsby, 3-time All-Star all 3 years of the FSBL before this season. But Hornsby, a down year this year, 254, 23 homers, 70 runs batted in, usually seeing the Raja up over that 300 mark. But what I was saying is you sim the results. So like for this, it's scheduled as a 2 o'clock start. Anything that's being played in the afternoon, it'll have 4 o'clock start. Will start in the middle of this game. A 1 o'clock start will have started a little bit before this one. The night games won't have started yet. Love that. Love that the crawl does that. The problem is that it does update the standings as soon as you sim the games. So like really today, this day on the schedule starts with the Pirates, Cubs, and Brewers tied for first place in the Central. You'll see those games going on in the crawl at the bottom, but the standings at the bottom have already updated. So they reflect that the Brewers won and the Cubs lost. So those standings will actually show that the Brewers are a half game up on the Pirates right now, and the Cubs are a half game below them. Kind of an inconsistency on a overall very good feature. Chopped down to third. Elliott throws over to first, and quickly there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first.
The right fielder, Harper.
So that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper, 284, 28 homers, 79 RBIs. Harper acquired from the Expos during their, it's not even a fire sale because it doesn't really have to do with salary. They were just trying to change over their roster after a second straight abysmal season after the Expos made the playoffs in the first 2 years of the FSBL. Harper grounds this one to second into the shift. Mazeroski on the outfield grass throws the first, and Harper is set aside. So the Cardinals go down in order. We'll head to the top of the second here at Busch. Pirates nothing, Cardinals nothing. Fred Clark, the left fielder, will lead things off for Pittsburgh, batting .253. That Harper deal involved sending Johnny Padres, who the Cardinals had acquired from the Dodgers last offseason in the trade that brought Jay Howell over from Los Angeles. Padres was sent on the move to Montreal in addition with top prospect Lou Brock. So Brock has played very well since going over to the Expos. There's certainly a cost to be paid there, but Harper has been a stud in this league for 3 years. Cardinals felt like he could make an impact, and he has. Harper has played great since coming over and been part of the Cardinals' resurgence here. Starling Marte steps in. Marte batting .261. Pollitt delivers fastball, swung on and missed. Change up there, up in the zone, but Marte, looking for something different, gets locked up, and the count goes to 2-2. That change up goes down low. Pollitt working pretty quickly here. Trying to get himself into a nice rhythm. Marte skies this one out to left center. It's hit pretty well. It's carrying, but it'll stay in the yard. Edmonds cracks it down in the gap, and there's 2 away.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Jay Bell.
So here's Jay Bell, 252, 17 homers, 52 RBIs. Those 52 RBIs a career high, as are the 17 homers. Fastball, line foul. Bell smokes this one out in the center. Edmonds, good job getting over to cut that off. Bell hit that ball like a missile toward the gap, but Edmonds was able to get there, and he'll hold him to a single. That is a rocket off the bat of Jay Bell. 111.3 off the bat. That's about as good as you're going to see Jay Bell square one up. So that'll bring up Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen has that average up to 290, riding an 18-game hitting streak. 2 homers, 26 runs batted in. Fastball. This is up and away. 2-0 the count. Fastball is a called strike. Fastball there, misses down low. It's 3-1. At fastball. Called strike, and the count goes to 3-2. Full count as Pollitt works to Sanguillen. Fastball there. Sanguillen fouls it off to the right-hand side. Pollitt delivers. Fastball just outside. Perhaps a touch low as well. Didn't miss by much. But Pollitt walks Sanguillen, and that'll bring up Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski has not played regularly. His terrific defense aside, Mazeroski has done nothing at the plate. He has spent most of this season down in the minors. They are playing him occasionally. They love his defense at second, but you can't go hitting 147 and get a heck of a lot of playing time. Fastball misses up high. Neil Walker has played some. Randy Stennett has played some as well. Changeup misses down and in. It's 2-1. Breaking ball. Pollitt. Good bender there. Mazeroski gets a piece to stay alive. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball in the dirt. Mazeroski goes chasing. Thrown down to first, and the side is retired. So down go the Buccos. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Pirates nothing, Cardinals nothing. Mize, Edmonds, and Boyer coming up. St. Louis. Here is Johnny Mize, 40 homers so far on the year, third in the National League. 272, 90 RBIs. It's been a very strong season for the Big Cat. Fly ball to left. Clark will have this one lined up. Barely has to move. Puts it away for out number 1.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Jim.
So here's Jim Edmonds. Edmonds has been in a mini slump here lately. He's averaged down at 252, 24 homers, 69 runs batted in. Fastball on the outside corner. Edmonds 137 homers over the 4 years of the FSBL. Sinker down and in. There's the fastball on the outside corner. So up ahead of him 1-2. And the Fastball inside. Edman swings right through it. Phillip picks up the strikeout. That's his first, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman.
Phillip, 5th in the National League in the ERA. Shot foul down the right-hand side. Pirates have gotten good pitching from Phillip, Babe Adams, and Ed Morris. Bullpen has been a bit erratic, particularly in the second half of the season, as has the offense. Ken Boyer at 297. Fouls that one off. The count goes to 1-2. Both pitchers working at a decent pace so far. Sinker misses down and ins. The count goes to 2-2. High fastball swung on and missed, and down goes Boyer. So Phil gets a couple of strikeouts in the inning. To retire the side, we will head to the top of the third. Pirates and Cardinals to score. Here's Jake Stenzel. Stenzel struck out his first time.
The center fielder, number 12.
Oliver Stenzel line shot. The second leaping attempt, and Hornsby couldn't quite come up with it. I think that may have tipped over off the top of Hornsby's glove. Jake Stenzel has an opposite field single to open up the third. Hornsby got up, couldn't quite snare it. Harper cuts it off. Here's Clemente. He's 0 for 1. Curveball. This is down low. Clemente flew out his first time up. Fastball misses outside. Change up. This is outside. It's 3-0. Pop, blooper down the right field line, not really towards the line, but a blooper over the bag at first. And that's going to be a bloop single, first and third, runners at the corners. Clemente drops one in there in the right field, and the Pirates have first and third with nobody out for Bob Elliott. Elliott singled his first time up, takes a change up inside. Pirates took the first game of this 3-game set. Good change up down the way. That's Pollock's main pitch today. One offer. Curveball down low. Pitch rocket to short right at Ozzie. That'll score the run, but a 6-4-3 double play. The Cardinals will trade that at this point. Elliott hit that one on the screws, but a one-hopper right to the Wizard for a tailor-made 6-4-3 double play. So Stenzel comes home to score. The Pirates take a 1-0 lead. Base is now empty with 2 down as Stargell steps in. Curveball from Pollitt. This is down low. Stargell flew out his first time up. Fly ball out to center. Coming on is Edmonds. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So the Bucks strike for 1, but the double play helps lessen the blow for the Cardinals. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Cardinals coming up, trailing 1-0. Hafey, Simmons, and Smith 2 up. So here is Chick Hafey. Hafey batting .288. Very solid season. 23 homers, 59 runs batted in. Phillips only needed 22 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. 1-0 offering. Fastball at the knees. It's 1-1. Fastball off the plate. 2-1 the count. Sankian wants this one up. Phillip obliges. And it's turned foul, and the count goes to 2-2. Curveball. Ooh, that looked like a good pitch. Phillip doesn't get the call, and the count goes full. Here comes the 3-2 offering. In there for a called strike 3. I don't know what Hafey was looking for. Fastball largely down the middle. Phillip fans him. Third strikeout for the Deacon, and there's one away. So that'll bring up Ted Simmons. Simmons batting .253 here in his rookie campaign. Fastball. Another one. That looked like another good pitch from Phillip. He got squeezed. 17 homers, 50 RBIs, an all-star campaign for Simmons. He'll get some votes for Rookie of the Year, but that award seems destined to go to the Phillies' Chase Utley. Simmons down to first, past Stargell. And in the right field, Stargell not a ton of range there at the bag at first base. Only a stride or two to his right, but Stargell can't get over there. Simmons has himself an opposite field single. 1 on, 1 out for the Wizards. Smith batting .271. Almost fouled off. Fouled off as well. Count goes to 0-2. .02 offering. Curveball, and that one is a called strike 3, and that call seemed to go in Phillip's favor. That's a good pitch off the outside corner. Phillip seems to have gotten squeezed on the inside corner to lefties. And you see that one looks like it's just a touch outside, but he gets the call. Down goes Smith. 2 away. Order turns over for Ray Langford. He's 0 for 1. Fastball misses down low. From the set. Delivers. Fastball up high. Langford chases, and it's 1-1. Curveball. Down and away. 2-1 the count. Rocks and fires. Langford swings and misses, and the count goes to 2-2. Langford has had a terrific year, but he will strike out. Phillips offering. Langford lines this one in the center. That's going to be a base hit. Runner will hold at second. 2 outs, 2 on for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the third as Rogers Hornsby comes to the plate. And we talked about it, down year for Hornsby. 0 for 1 today. He would love to come through with a big hit here. Breaking ball is in for a called strike. Oh, 1 offering. Third ball misses down low. 1-3-6 for his last 12. Not long enough to qualify as a hot streak, but perhaps a good sign for the Raja rounding into form in the final month of the season. Third ball misses away. Two and 1 the count. Philip delivers. Sinker there. Once we fouled it off, and the count goes to 2 and 2. Out here in St. Louis hoping for a big knock from the Raja. 2-2 offering from Philip, and he gets him up and in with a fastball. Hornsby swings and misses. That was out of the zone. But Philip comes up and in, and fans of Philip pumped up as he exits the mound. And the Pirates hold on in the lead, third of the way through here at Busch. It's 1-0 Buccos. So here's Fred Clark. Clark flew out his first time. National League wild card picture jam-packed. The Mets have surged into the second spot. When we say surged, all these teams in the wild card spot beneath the Braves. And the Braves, I think, pretty much have that first wild card spot lined up, but the 6 teams competing for that second spot, everybody's right around 500. Kind of been the top 3 teams and then everybody else in the National League this year. That one hit towards the gap in left center. Langford giving chase on the run, gets over. Good job by Ray Langford. Ball had a little bit more hang time than I thought off the bat. Langford tracks it down. Here's Starling Marte. He's 0 for 1. Line shot through the hole on the right side. Base hit from Marte. Starling can run a bit. We'll see what the Bucks decide to do with him. And the Pirates, the rookie Clemente plays every day in right field. The rest of that outfield, everybody just kind of cycles their way through. And Slike and Marte and Fred Clark, Stenzel, all get a bit of time out there. Jay Bell steps in. Bessel hit a bullet of a single his first time up. Change up. This is down and in.
1-1.
Throw over. Marte dives back in as Mize puts the tag down. Runner goes. Pitch in the dirt. Simmons' throw is on the money. Oh my goodness, tough pitch to handle for Ted Simmons, but he throws a strike down to second. And Marte is gunned down. Nice tag by Hornsby, but you couldn't have ordered up a better throw than that from Simba behind the plate. Simmons guns him down, 2 away. Ground ball to second, Hornsby gobbles it up, throws the first, and the side is retired. So we will head to the bottom of the 4th. Pirates 1, Cardinals nothing. Harper, Mize, and Edmonds 2 up for the Redbirds. Ethan Phillip has looked good so far. Let's see what he can do here with the heart of this Cardinals order a second time through as Bryce Harper steps in. For his 0 for 1. Fastball. In for a called strike. Ball there is fouled off. Phillips quickly ahead of Harper, 0-2. Pirates wearing their 1970 road uniforms. The Cardinals wearing the 1941 vintage home jerseys. Sixth strikeout for Deacon Phillip as he bans Harper for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Johnny Mize. Mize is 0 for 1. Ball misses down low. Comes inside. Phillips has done a good job. Put a bunch of those fastballs inside edge, right around the hands. Tough pitches to do anything with. Mize does something with this one, though. He cranks this one out to right, but Clemente ranges over. Roberto got a great jump on that ball. I thought that was going to be extra bases, but Clemente puts it away. 2 down. Here's Jim Edmonds. Clemente has been everything as advertised defensively here in his rookie season. Edmonds lashes one out to left in front of Clark. It's a 2-out single. For Edmonds, it's the Cardinals have a base runner. Try to get a little something going here with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Last 2 Pirates broadcasts we've done, Clemente has gunned down a pair of runners. The curveball there from Phil for strike 1. Phil throws an array of curveballs. He's thrown a bit more fastballs than usual today, and he's had success so far. Fastball there up in the zone is a called strike. Ken Boyer, a modest 8-game hitting streak. Coming into this one, 0-2 the count here. Phil delivers curveball, Boyer lays off. 1-2 offering. Fastball up in the zone, Boyer fouls it off. Fastball on the inside corner, strike 3 called. Boyer doesn't like it. Ump doesn't care. And Deacon Phillips, 7 strikeouts through 4. Not his usual MO, but he's certainly going to take it. 1-0 Bucks as we head to the 5th. Here's Manny Sanguin, 290 average on the year against Sanguin with an 18-game hitting streak entering this ballgame. Walked his first time up. Change up on the outside corner for strike 1. Shot down to first, 1 hopper. Mize gobbles it up. He'll take it to the bag easily for the first out. Pollitt pitching well. So far, Deacon Phillips has been a bit better. Here's Mazeroski, 0 for 1. Struck out back in the second. Did 2 homers, 9 RBIs. As we mentioned, Mazeroski has played sparingly this year. He was the starting second baseman to open up the season. Had an abysmal April. Went from the bench to being demoted entirely. Sat in the minors for a few months. Brandon Stennett got hurt. They brought Mazeroski back up. And they love his glove. He's not hitting at all. It's hard to play him more than occasionally. Coming as a defensive replacement with fair regularity. 1-2 the count. Pollitt delivers. Ground ball to third. Boyer has it. Throws over to first, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 12.
So 2 down. Here's Jake Stenzel. Stenzel 1 for 2. Single, he scored the game's only run. Single went to third on the blue single from Clemente. And scored on the Bob Elliott double play ground out. Fastball there, swung on and missed. 1-1 count. Fastball inside. Stenzel hits it hard, but turns it around out in front and fouls it off. 1-2 pitch. Fastball is off the plate. Two offer. Curveball chopped to third. Boyer charges, kicks it nicely, throws over to first, and the side is retired. So the Bucks go down in order. Pollock continues to throw well. We're midway through here at Busch. Pirates 1, Cardinals nothing. Hafey, Simmons, and Smith due up for St. Louis. Hafey is 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Phillip has been terrific to this point. Curveball is in for a call strike. Curveball down in the dirt. Now goes to 1-1. This ball is in. The count goes to 1-2. Shot down the third, line drive, but Elliott snares it for the first out of the inning. Nice pick there by Bob Elliott. Here's Ted Simmons. Simmons singled his first time up. Also with a terrific caught stealing of Starling Marte. Pitch down in the dirt. Simmons dug it out and threw a perfect strike down the second to get him. Simmons batted .290 over his last 8 games. A very solid rookie campaign. Simmons' average was up higher than it is now. He went through a bit of a cold spell. Still an overall solid season for the Cardinals catcher. Line shot into right field.
The batter, number 1,
So that'll bring up the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. Breaking ball is in for a called strike. Smith puts this one out in the right field. Clemente ranges over, puts it away, makes the grab, and there's 2 down.
now batting, left fielder.
So the order turns over. Here's Langford. Langford is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. Redburn doing some weird gesticulations on top of the dugout. Those are the kind of things that'll get you banned from most states. Joe delivers fastball right down the middle. Langford takes. Breaking ball there. Langford fouls it off. Oh, 2 offering. Langford loops this one out to left field. That's going to get down. Blue base hit for Ray Langford. Runners will hold. They'll be first and second with 2 outs as the Cardinals try to get something going here. Mark gets that ball in quickly. So now it's 2 on for Hornsby, who was up in this situation his last time up and struck out. Fastball down the middle. Hornsby pulls it foul. Hornsby whirls away frustrated. He felt like he should have done something with that pitch. Kind of year it's been for the Raja. A sensational player through the first 3 years. Best second baseman in the game. He has had a rough go here in year 4. Curveball misses down low. 1-1 the count. That one is pulled foul. So the count goes to 1-2. Phillip from the set, trying to get out of a jam here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch to Hornsby is just off the plate. It's 2-2. Phillip delivers. Pitch off the plate. Hornsby goes chasing what would have been ball 3, but he gets a piece of it. And stays alive. Fastball down low. Bryce Harper waits on deck. Full count with 2 outs. First and second. The runners will be off on the pitch. Hill delivers. Misses down low for ball 4. So the Cardinals have the bases loaded with 2 outs. And here's Bryce Harper. 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. Harper has been terrific since coming over in late July from the Expos. He was acquired for moments like this. And he lines this one down the left field line. That's a fair ball. That's going into the corner. That's going to score at least 2. It takes Clark a while to dig it out. They're going to relay throw home. Throw to the plate. He's out at the plate. Hornsby is thrown out. Clark had a problem digging that ball out of the corner. They tried to send Hornsby. Good relay throw gets him barely at the plate as Sanguillen puts the tag on. But the Cardinals, they want to jump right into the pitch there. So Harper comes through with a 2-run double. Check out here. Clark gets into the corner. And Clark kind of has a little bit of a hard time picking that ball up. Like he misread it coming out of the corner. But Clark whirls around. Solid throw. I believe that's Elliott cutting it off. Yep, and it is. So Elliott's relay. Throw comes in. Sanguillen, it's a little bit to the first base side, but a good relay nonetheless. And Hornsby tagged out before he can get to the plate. So a good relay there keeps that from getting worse. But 2-run score on the Harper double. We head to the 6th. It's 2-1 St. Louis. Howie Pollitt now working with the lead will start off facing Roberto Clemente. Breaking ball misses outside. Popped shallow right field. Hornsby ranges out. He'll put it away for out number 1. So that'll bring up Bob Elliott. Elliott 1 for 2. He singled back in the first. Breaking ball is a called strike. Pollitt delivers. Elliott put this one out to right. That's slicing away from Harper towards the line. It's actually going to land foul. That ball had a golf shot slice to it. Count goes to 0-2. Pollitt delivers and he fans him with the heater. 2 away. Pollitt goes down out of the zone. 3rd strikeout for Pollitt.
Now batting.
2 down.
Number 8,
here in the 6th. So here's Stargell. Willie's 0 for 2. Fastball's a called strike. Stargell is flowing out and lined out. 0-1 offering from the left-handed Pollitt. Stargell slices that one the other way, kind of a mirror image of the Harper hit. That goes into the corner. Stargell rounds first. He does not run well, but he will cruise into second with a 2-out stand-up double here in the top of the 6th. 22nd double of the season for Willie. Out-of-town scoreboard, Rays and Yankees will play in the Bronx later. John Montefusco and Whitey Ford, the pitching matchup there. Orioles and Blue Jays will also play later. We'll get back to the scoreboard in the bottom of the 6th. Harper puts the fly ball away, and the side is retired. Mize, Edmonds, and Boyer due up for St. Louis. We head to the bottom of the 6th here at Busch. Cardinals lead it 2-1. Arnie Pelty, Juan Guzman, the pitching matchup in Toronto. Royals lead the Indians 4-2 in the 9th. Kevin Apier a strong start. Kenny Lofton's got 3 hits for the Indians. Mets lead the Astros 8-4 in the 6th in Houston. Howard Johnson, his 23rd home run of the season. Jeff Bagwell, home run number 35. Red Sox and Angels scoreless in the 3rd as Mize chops that one down to first. Smokey Joe Wood and Tim Lincecum, the pitching matchup out in Anaheim. Tigers lead the Rangers 3-2 as the Tigers try to hold off the surging Twins. Bill Freehan, the rookie, his 12th home run of the year. For Detroit in that one as Jim Edmonds steps in. The Mariners lead the A's 5-0 in Oakland in the 3rd. 4 RBIs from Phil Bradley. The big story there, Lefty Grove entered that game his remarkable season. 25-0 for Grove. But the Mariners looking to be the team that breaks that streak. Phillies lead the Expos 8-2 in Philadelphia. Sherry McGee has hit his 21st for the Phils. 2 down as Ken Boyer steps in. Cubs lead the Reds 2-1. Cubs part of that 3-way tie atop the Central with these Pirates. Brewers lead the Rockies 5-1 in Milwaukee. Popped up on the infield, Mazeroski underneath it. Puts it away. And the side retired. Easy inning there for Deacon Phillip to get through the 6th. We head to the 7th home stretch here in this one. Marte, Bell, and Sanguin due up for Pittsburgh. They trail it 2-1. Starling Marte 1 for 2. He's singled in the 4th.
Number 6.
Giants and Diamondbacks will go at it later on in Arizona. Tim Keefe and Brandon Webb. Webb has had a miserable season for Arizona, who has been very successful otherwise. Diamondbacks for the first time in the thick of the playoff picture. So both of these teams playing a little bit like they've got a plane to catch. Even though they're here for another day in St. Louis. Both teams swinging early in the counts. 1 down. Here's Jay Bell. He's 1 for 2. Bullpen action going for St. Louis. Chuck Taylor, the right-hander. Al Arboski, the left-hander. A pair of former closers for these Cardinals. That role now held by Jay Howell. Arboski lost the closer's job earlier on this season. Fastball misses outside. Pollitt. Fastball off the plate. It's 3-0. Sanguin waits on deck. Change up off the plate for ball 4. So it's a 1-out walk to Jay Bell. That'll bring up Sanguin, and they're going to take Pollitt out. The Cardinals have gotten everything they could have asked for out of Pollitt here. But Pollitt, that pitch count is low, so I am still a bit surprised at this decision. But Pollitt comes through with a big start for St. Louis as the Cardinals continue to try to claw their way back into a postseason spot. Matt Morris will come on. Morris out of the bullpen for these Cardinals. 3-0 at 2.25 earned run average in 12 appearances this year. Morris will deal with Sanguian. Sanguian 0 for 1. Walked back in the second. Again, Manny riding an 18-game hitting streak. Morris delivers. First pitch fastball is in for a called strike. Fastball off the plate. One and one the count. Morris delivers. Sanguian down to first. Mize snares it. Nice play by Johnny Mize. Helped out by holding the runner there at first. He was right on the line. Sanguian tried to shoot one the other way, but Mize snagged it. 2 down. I think if you're the Buccos, you're pinch hitting for Bill Mazeroski here. Got a few options. Beckley's just been so bad. No one, Neil Walker's swinging a decent bat, actually. That'll save them from burning through a second guy. He can just stay in and play second. 285, 7 homers, 20 RBIs for Walker. So Walker will pinch hit for Mazeroski and then stay in and play second for the Bucs. 2 outs, tying run on first. Morris delivers. Walker shoots it foul. Morris delivers. Ground ball down to first. Mize has it, takes it to the bag himself, and the side is retired. So a good job in relief there by Matt Morris after a strong start from Howie Pollitt. 7th inning stretch time here at Busch. Cardinals 2, Pirates 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So Walker will stay in and play second for Pittsburgh.
Number 19,
Deacon Phillip will stay on the hill. 80 pitches through 6 for the Deacon. He has been terrific.
leading off for St. Louis, the designated hitter, Chick Hayfield.
Chick Hayfield will lead things off. Hayfield is 0 for 2. Breaking ball, in for a called strike. Cecil Cooper, a pair of home runs in that Brewers game. Hayfield fouled it off. Breaking ball there, swung on and missed. So Hayfield goes down. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Throw down to first. 8th strikeout for Deacon Phillip. And that'll bring up Ted Simmons. Simmons is 2 for 2 on the day. A pair of singles. He's also scored a run. Fastball at the knees. Felipe Vasquez, the lefty. Roy faced the right-hander. Oh, 1 pitch from Phillip. Fastball. Misses just high. One and one the count. Phillip delivers. Breaking ball. Good one there. Snapped off. Comes in at the knees, and it's 1 and 2. Fastball there. Simmons lines it out to right. That's going to fall. So Simmons is 3 for 3 today. See, he lines a 1-out single to right field. I've actually got to see. I'm looking at that as I'm looking at this replay, and I know it was entered properly because I'm diligent about that. But I know I've seen him switch hit and thought about it. Ted Simmons is a switch hitter. I'm not sure why it's got him locked in that batting from the right side in this game against a right-handed pitcher. You have to go and double check things, make sure something didn't get wonky in his batting attribute after this game is over. It certainly hasn't hurt him. He's got 3 hits on the day. Ozzie fly ball to right. Clemente is underneath it. Puts it away for out number 2. That's weird. I've never seen it do that.
Now batting, left fielder.
4 seasons in. I've never seen it have a hitter, like have a switch hitter and not hit from the proper side. So here's Langford. Langford is 2 for 3. Curveball misses down low. Fastball on the outside corner. Count goes to 1-1. Langford fouls that one off. And the count goes to 1-2. Philip delivers. Langford fouls off another one. Here's the 1-2 offer. Fastball up and in. And again, that inside corner hasn't really been there as far as against left-handers. Outside corner has. 2-2 the count. Runner on first. Pitch from Phillip to Langford, and he gets him. Another strikeout for Deacon Phillip, who's piled them up in this one. I believe that's strikeout number 9 for the Deacon. We're through 7 here at Busch. 2-1 Cardinals. An NL Central battle shaping up as a good one. We head to the 8th. Here's Jake Stenzel. Stenzel is 1 for 3. Single, he scored the Pirates' only run. Matt Morris needed only 5 pitches to finish off the 7th, so Morris will start off the 8th here. Fastball is in there for a called strike. Todd Worrell is now up and throwing, as is the closer, Jay Howell. Howell just started throwing. He's not even up on the mound yet. Taylor and Herboski had also thrown earlier on. Curveball. Ball and a miss, and the count goes to 0-2. I actually want to make sure that Herboski is ready. Because you got a couple of lefties once you get down to Stargell. I think you want him on. We're going to sit Howell down for now. Make sure that Herboski can get himself at least largely warm. Although the game might sit him back down and get Howell warmed up again. That little dance I have to do with the AI sometimes late in the ball game. Morris picks up the strikeout, though. Morris doesn't look like he needs any relief right now. He's chucking really well out of the bullpen. He fans Stenzel there to open up the top of the 8th. And now the game decides it's going to take Morris out. All right, well, like I said, I can't override a pitching switch like that without just wasting Taylor, and I don't think that's necessary here. Taylor 1-4, 2.6 earned run average in 39 appearances. Taylor comes on to face Clemente. Clemente's 1 for 3. Change up, misses down low. 1-run ball game late, a tight game in a tight division race. Pirates are the defending National League Central champions. The Cardinals took this division in the first 2 seasons. Clemente fouls off the fastball. It's 2-1. Simmons wants it down. Clemente fouls it off. Two offering. Fastball misses down low, and the count goes full. Fastball there. Fouled off by Clemente. Fastball in there, a called strike 3. Clemente goes down looking. Taylor locks him up, a low and away fastball.
The third baseman, Bob Elliott.
That was a strike. I don't know if Clemente thought it was low or outside. It certainly wasn't far outside. I don't know if Clemente maybe thought that pitch was low. 2 down. Here's Elliott. He's 1 for 3. Fastball in there for a called strike. Elliott singled back in the first. He's now 2 for 7 in the series. This is the middle game of a 3-game set. Fastball misses up high. 1-1 the count. Breaking ball, Elliott shoots it through the hole. There's an opposite field single. Second hit of the ball game for Bob Elliott. The Pirates have a 2-out base runner. The tying run is now on first. So that'll bring up Stargell. See, and that's the problem with that. That's why that move to bring in Taylor there didn't make any sense, because now Taylor has to face Stargell because Taylor can't come out of this game yet. Stargell's the third batter to face him. Unfortunately, there's just plain nothing. There's nothing I can do about that. You're not going to walk Stargell here and push the tying run into scoring position. I don't think. If he falls behind in 2 balls, I will have him walk Stargell. But he's going to start off going after him. Fastball misses inside. Taylor delivers, breaking ball misses, and it's 2-0. All right, so now we got to think about this. Do you go and intentionally walk Stargell at this point? You're behind him 2-0. You don't want to give Stargell a cookie here. I don't like putting tying or winning runs into scoring position when they weren't there. But I think this is a situation where you might actually have to consider it. Again, this Pirates squad hasn't had a ton of great bats this year. So to give Stargell an opportunity, if he'd thrown a strike on either of those 2 pitches, I'd let him fight it out. But you fall behind him 2-0. Andy Van Slyke is going to come on and run for Stargell here. Again, Van Slyke would be the lead run. So now Fred Clark. So Clark is 0 for 3. He's hitting .252 on the year. So we got a couple of things to consider here. One thing. All right, and they sat Hrabosky down. Interesting. All right. Well, now that may kind of mess with things. You could argue to bring in the closer here, however. This is a big out. All right. Well, we're going to sit Worrell down. We're going to put Hrabosky back up. I'm going to do a mound visit. If I can get Hrabosky past halfway energy-wise, Hrabosky will come in. Otherwise, they're going to go to Howell here and ask their closer for a 4-out save. Right at the halfway point. All right, so we're going to go lefty-lefty here, although they're probably going to pinch hit for Clark. Clark's basically equal against lefties and righties. All right, first things first. Hrabosky's going to come in. The Mad Hungarian, 9-4, 3.17 ERA. Hrabosky has been very solid since coming out of the closer's role. Hrabosky has blown 11 saves, although I think not all of those. Some of those were kind of coming in since he lost the closer's role, came into potential save situations. but wasn't really like designed as the closer. You still get credit for a blown save there anyway. He hadn't blown 11 when he lost the job. But all right, so let's go to the Pirate side of things here. Take a look. Got Hrabosky, and who do you have on the bench? That's the thing. The Pirates do not have a great bench. Clark has not been great this year, though. Max Carey isn't hitting well. Bump Wills isn't hitting well. They're really kind of. I mean, this is where the Pirates are stuck. Their bench has not done a heck of a lot. I don't feel compelled to put. Again, Beckley's ratings are well, but I try not to base it totally on ratings. I base it on stats. Like, a real game, you're looking at how a guy is actually performing, not a rating situation. I'm going to let Clark stay in, actually, here. I try not to get too obsessed with the with the platoon stuff. Again, Carey, I know Carey's a switch hitter, but Carey's better against righties than lefties anyway, and he's only hitting 231. Clark has had big hits for the Pirates. We're going to let Clark keep this at bat, despite the lefty-lefty matchup. So Hrabosky comes on, tying run at second, lead run at first for the Pirates. 2 outs, top of the 8th of a 1-run ball game. First pitch from Hrabosky misses up high. Hrabosky checks the runner at second. Fastball misses away. It's 2-0. Hrabosky trying to find it a bit here. Bob Elliott on second. Willie Stargell on first. 2-0 pitch. Clark, fly ball. Hit fairly well to center. Drifting back. Edmonds is underneath it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So Hrabosky gets the job done out of the pen. The Pirates come up empty. We head to the bottom of the 8th here in St. Louis. 2-1 Cardinals. Hornsby will lead things off in the bottom of the 8th. He will face the Pirates' former closer, Felipe Vasquez. Vasquez lost his closer's job earlier on this year. 5 blown saves. He's been good, though. 5 and 7, a 2.83 earned run average, and 61 appearances. He's the only lefty in that Pirates bullpen. Jake Beckley will come on to play first, and Stargell out of the game now. Stargell taken out for Andy Van Slyke, the pinch run for him. Hornsby 0 for 2. Threw a walk his last time up that set the stage for the 2-run double from Bryce Harper that gave the Cardinals the lead. Changeup is in there for a called strike. Vasquez deals. Ground ball in the hole. Elliott ranges to his left. He's got it. Throws to first. And there's 1 away. Everything in Rogers Hornsby's body language just tells you that Rogers is getting frustrated. He has just not been able to get on track here in year 4 for whatever reason after 3 terrific seasons. Here's Bryce Harper. Harper is 1 for 3. He had the big 2-run double his last time up that gave the Cardinals their lead that they now hold 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch fastball from Vasquez is a called strike. Vasquez delivers. Harper pops it foul. Vasquez is ahead of him 0-2. Vasquez deals. Harper shoots it the other way against the shift. Elliott basically at shortstop throws him out. There's 2 down. So that'll bring up Johnny Mize. Jay Howell throwing in the Cardinals bullpen. Preparing to come on and try to close this one out for St. Louis. He'd love to see Mize put one over the wall for the 41st time this season. Give him a little bit of insurance. Changeup on the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses up high. Out-of-town scoreboard again. Rays and Yankees yet to get underway in the Bronx. Orioles and Blue Jays yet to get underway in Toronto. Blue Jays have fallen out of playoff contention. The 5 teams in the American League are pretty much set. More just a matter of seeding at this point. Royals defeat the Indians 4-2. Kevin Napier with the win. Addie Joss takes the loss in that one. 3-1 the count here as Vasquez works to Mize. The Mets looking to hold on to that second wild card spot in the National League. Lead the Astros 8-6 out in Houston. That game now in the 8th. Red Sox over the Angels 4-0 in Anaheim in the 5th. Vasquez misses up high for ball 4. So a 2-out walk for Johnny Mize. Will bring up Jim Edmonds. Tigers over the Rangers 3-2 in the 8th. The Tigers trying to hold off the red-hot Minnesota Twins. The Mariners continue to lead the A's 6-2 out in Oakland. That game is in the 5th. Again, Lefty Grove's perfect season on the line in that one. Marlins and Braves yet to get underway in Atlanta. Phillies all over the Expos 11-2-5 in Philadelphia in the 8th inning there. Phillies just continue to roll. The Cubs have blown the lead there at Wrigley. The Reds now lead them 4-2 in the 8th. Frank McCormick, his 23rd home run of the season for Cincinnati. Brewers lead the Rockies 7-1. Brewers look like they will maintain themselves at least with a share of the division lead here in the NL Central. Pair of homers from Cecil Cooper, 18 and 19. Dodgers and Padres in San Diego later. Sandy Koufax will get the start for the Dodgers as the Dodgers try to stay in the thick of the playoff picture as well. As will the Diamondbacks, will take on the Giants later on. Out to right, Clemente puts it away. And the side is retired, and we will head to the 9th. Marte, Bell, and Sanguillen due up for the Bucks. They will face Cardinals closer Jay Howell, trailing 2-1.
Your attention, please.
Howell 1-2, a 1.93 earned run average in 27 appearances. Don't see any pine tar on the cap here today for Jay Howell. All right, so let's go and kind of plot this out, how the Pirates are going to approach this. You've got 3 righty bats, Marte, Bell, and Sanguillen. Sanguillen comes in riding a big hitting streak, so Sanguillen's going to hit for himself. Could Carey hit from Marte? I guess you could. I mean, Kurt Suzuki bump Wills. Like it's just not a great bench. But does Marte have a hit today? He does. He has a hit. He's 1 for 3. We're gonna let Marte hit for himself here. We're gonna let Starling bat for himself. And Max Carey just hasn't hit well enough to warrant pinch hitting spot here at this point. First pitch, a strike there as Howell works to Marte. Crowd here in St. Louis pumped up. The Cardinals looking to gain ground on the Buccos. Bucks took the opening game yesterday, a shutout performance from Babe Adams. Again, the Cardinals' issue here, as terrific as their rally back into playoff contention has been, is that there are 3 teams ahead of them here in the NL Central, tied atop the division. So overcoming all of those teams, as our good friend Dwayne Martz noted on our last broadcast, is the real problem for St. Louis. They need wins and the other 3 teams to lose. Jay Bell steps in. Bell is 1 for 2 with the single. He's also drawn a walk. Cardinals will get head-to-head matchups with everybody in the division in September, so they do have some control over things. Climbing over 3 teams in the final 3 weeks will not be an easy task. Slider misses down low. Two and 0 the count. Slider at the knees, and the count goes to 2-1. When the Mets and Diamondbacks are a little bit ahead of the other teams here in the Central, so the Cardinals are closer to a divisional lead than the wild card. Fastball there on the inside corner, and the count goes to 2-2. Bell didn't like that call. He'll whirl away from the umpire, grab some dirt for the batting cage, and try to keep his composure. 2-2 breaking ball misses way outside, and the count goes full. Slider misses away for ball 4, so it's a 1-out walk. Bell is on. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen 0 for 2 with a walk. Again, Manny riding an 18-game hitting streak. I just got to see something as far as potential for a pinch runner. I mean, Bell was a 56, so he's average. Wills could play short. Wills is faster. Max Carey is very fast. All right, you know what? That's what we're going to do here. Because you're not going to pinch hit for Sanguillen. And you're not going to pinch hit for Walker, who's been, who's swung a better bat than any of the guys on the bench. What you are going to do is we're going to have Carey come in for Bell, and then Bump Wills could play shortstop if the Pirates can force this game to continue from here. So Max Carey comes on to pinch run for Jay Bell. Carey very fast at first, as the Bucks try to get this game tied with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Here's Sanguillen. Manny is a threat to hit into a double play if he puts it on the ground. Throw over to first. Carey dives back in. Update out in Oakland. The A's have closed the gap there. It's now 6-4. Again, as Lefty Grove tries to keep his perfect season alive. Mariners touched him up. 5 runs in the first. Fastball misses down low. One-two offering from Howell. Fastball misses low again. It's 2-2. Howell delivers. Breaking ball. Sanguillen out in front of it. Pulls it foul. Two-two offering. Sanguillen. Fly ball to left. Langford is underneath it. Puts it away, and there's 2 down. Little surprised we did not see an effort from Carey to try to swipe a bag during that at-bat. So now here's Neil Walker. Walker is 0 for 1. He came on for Mazeroski after... He came in as a pinch hitter for Mazeroski and then stayed on. Jay Howell trying to close it out. Fastball misses up high for ball 1. Still waiting for Carey to make an attempt here to get into scoring position as the tying run after coming on to pinch run for Jay Bell. Fastball is in for a called strike. And Simmons with a terrific throw to nab a base stealer before, gunning down Starling Marte. Simmons has a good arm. He's a challenge to steal on. Carey, again, very fleet of foot. Pitch out. Cardinals thought he'd go. Carey does not break. And the count goes to 2-1. Howell delivers. Breaking ball. Ugly swing there from Neil Walker. Badly fooled. And the Pirates are down to their final strike. Howell delivers. Fastball off the plate, and the count goes full. Jake Stenzel waits on deck. Full count offering from Howell to Walker. Carey on the move. Swung on and missed, and the ball game is over. Howell strikes him out to end it. A strong start from Howie Pollitt in a big spot. The big 2-run double from trade deadline acquisition Bryce Harper. And the Cardinals pick up the win to even this 3-game series at a game apiece. Pollock improves to 10-14. Deacon Phillip was very strong. He falls to 11-8. Save number 18 for Jay Howell. Good ball game here at Busch. Both pitchers were terrific. Both bullpens did nice work. And in the end, the Cardinals pick up the victory. Staying within, I guess, probably 4.5 of the division lead and a playoff berth that a little more than a month ago seemed out of reach for St. Louis here in year 4. Howie Pollock gets player of the game honors. Again, gritty start from Pollock. 6 1/3, 6 hits, struck out 3, walked 2, allowed only the 1 run. He gets the win. Deacon Phillip was terrific. Phillip struck out 9 over 7, allowed 7 hits, 1 walk, 2 runs. Double from Bryce Harper. The only runs of the ball game for the Cardinals in the 5th. But Pollock and the Cardinals bullpen made it stand up. So that will wrap things up here from St. Louis. I greatly appreciate. You know what we're going to do? We're actually going to go check one thing. I want to go see what the final result of that A's game was. Was Lefty Grove finally defeated? Or did the offense pick him up? Nope. Lefty Grove's perfect season is over. 25-1, and it's the Seattle Mariners who do him in. Ken Griffey Jr., 4 for 5, a homer, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Jr. a big part of it. 4 RBIs for Phil Bradley. Bradley had a pair of doubles. So, it wasn't a 5-run first. They scored 1 in the first and 4 in the second. But the Mariners jump on Lefty Grove. And now, you obviously don't want to sound the alarm bells for a guy who's 25-1. We're not going to be completely ridiculous here. But last 2, we've now had recent starts from Grove. The Yankees, now, of course, the Yankees, along with the A's, the 2 best offenses in the American League, and probably all of baseball. The Yankees got to Grove, and now the Mariners knock him around. Late in the season, you wonder if all the innings that Grove has piled up, being as effective as he has been throughout the season, maybe there's a seed getting planted there that Grove is going to start to come down to a bit of mortality here late in year 4 of what has been the best single season performance in FSBL history. Obviously, not going to criticize Lefty Grove by any stretch, but just something to keep an eye on over these final few weeks of the season. We'll now we'll take a look at the standings quickly. And really, here's your standings. This is really the one that matters here. NL Central, the Brewers now in sole possession of first place at the end of play today by a game over the Pirates and the Cubs. The Cardinals within 4.5. Cardinals have been the hottest team, 7-3 over the last 10. So they've gained a couple of games there. We'll take a look at the standings real quick. Phillies have clinched a postseason berth. Braves still clinging on, but the Braves aren't going to win that division. Everybody's kind of aware of that. The Braves in good spot in a wild card spot. So that's where the Braves' focus is going to be right now. The Central, as we just talked about, the Giants have clinched the National League West. So that division is theirs for a 4th straight time. Braves, 5.5 games up on the Mets for the first wild card spot. So the Braves are sitting in good position here, although they have not played great baseball as of late. The Mets now a 1.5 games ahead of the Diamondbacks, 2 games ahead of the Pirates and Cubs, 3.5 ahead of the Dodgers, 5.5 ahead of the Cardinals for that second wild card spot in the National League. The Mets have just kind of been a tortoise in the hare situation. The Mets haven't been terrible. They haven't been great at any point in the season. They've just kind of played right along this level. And the mediocrity of the National League has allowed them to slip into that second wild card spot for the time being. In the American League, the Yankees have clinched a postseason berth. Their magic number is now 6 over the Red Sox. The Red Sox are playing almost 600 ball, and they're 14 games out of first. But the Red Sox are playing very good baseball since the All-Star break. The Red Sox are going to be a tough out in the postseason. Tigers, still 2.5 games up on the Twins. The Twins have won 9 of 10. The Twins had won 11 straight games before falling to the White Sox earlier on today. But the Twins trying to chase down the Tigers down the stretch. A's 39.5 games up. And again, it's just the A's, arguably the best team. Not really arguably yet. The Yankees have to knock them off before they can claim that title. The A's, the best team in the American League, 2 World Series berths in 3 years. And they're just so far better than anybody else in that American League West, putting the best team in the league in the worst division in the league. Will kind of tell you things. So look at some of those teams. Like the Mariners are only 2 games below 500 in the division. So the the Mariners play the Angels 21-44 in that division. That is some ugly stuff. Red Sox 3 games up on the Twins for the top wild card spot. Again, the Blue Jays have won 5 in a row, but 8.5 games out of a wild card spot. I think the kind of horse has left the barn for the Blue Jays. So it kind of feels like the 5 playoff teams in the American League are pretty much set. It's just going to be a matter of pecking order, how that's all going to play out. So anyway, that will wrap things up here. I greatly appreciate you tuning in. We'll have another broadcast tomorrow as we will sim a week, and then we'll pick up the weekend of September 13th and 14th down the home stretch here in year 4 of the FSBL. Bang that like button if you haven't as of yet. Subscribe if you haven't as of yet. And most importantly, be good to each other. And we'll talk soon as year 4 of the FSBL rolls on.